I feel very proud to be able to share my hard work with the family. I have tremendous respect for them. Alia is an incredible actress. Ranbir is an incredible actor. Kareena, Karisma, they're all, and they're superstars in their own right. They have incredible careers to back it up.
जहान आपको अब्यूजिव लैंग्वेज सीखने में वो दिल से वो
बाथरूम में प्रैक्टिस की मैंने बोल के भाई मैं बोलता नहीं हूँ तो मेरे I'm not used to that language. I had to like shout it in the while showering. I was like,
and then you were teaching him how to abuse on screen.
Exactly.
You are good with abusing now?
I don't know. I mean, I guess so. I mean,
he's like मैं क्या बोलूँ अपने talents के बारे में?
नहीं talent के बारे में.
Oh, in real life also you don't abuse at all?
नहीं मतलब मैं करता हूँ.
A college graduate, unsure of what he wants to do in life, eventually figures it out after being babysat by a woman.
Any Ranbir Kapoor film?
Yeah.
I Hello everybody, I'm Radrani and welcome to Zoom Speak Easy. I'm so lucky to be chatting with the terrific cast and team of Black Warrant. I have binge watched the show. I have loved it. I'm going to straighten the conversations. No more wasting time because it is an absolutely blast of a show. I met Vikram on the way. Vikram already knows how I feel a little about the show. I'm going to start with you. You know, I know you do extensive research for your shows, but I think trying to make a series on a show that also goes beyond the book that you have been, taken and inspired from is extremely difficult. What parts do you keep? What do you want the show to tell is something you as a director have always done that. Tell me what you really wanted to tell to the show. What were you trying to do? Because I know you always have something to tell.
I'll let Satyanshu answer most of that question. I'll just say that I really enjoyed the book. I wanted to make a really nice, interesting kind of show out of it. And then I said, give him the book. And then he took over after that.
Okay, Sidhant, that's on you now. You'll have to tell me what are you exactly telling our
These
viewers?
questions are very easy for me actually. ये तो किया है 4 साल से.
Yeah.
No, actually, I was really fascinated by the juxtaposition of someone like Sunil Gupta in a world like Tihar. I think that itself was everything for me. I was reminded of The Crown. I was reminded of Mindhunter, because you see someone and you feel like this guy can't survive here. And then Vikram sir one day said, will he sink or will he swim? And these 6 words kind of guided us throughout the process. Now with that juxtaposition in mind, how can you tell a story that's absolutely engaging and which takes you on a journey of meeting so many more characters and show how complex we are, whether we are inside the prison or outside of it. So that was the thought.
And you told that brilliantly, क्योंकि वो manage हो गया है बिल्कुल. It's absolutely one of the most gritty shows that I've seen in recent times, and you would have thought, right? It's all within the 4 walls of that prison. Satyanshu and Vikram, please join in this. Even in the recent times, the topics that you all have touched within the series are very relevant. Stories like that, whether it's overcrowding, whether it's what is punishment without reform? All these questions remain relevant today. I want both of your opinions because I think in the show, people who might not have been absolutely interested in jails are going to do a little research. That's my hope, at least.
That's a great hope. I mean, I hope they do. Yes, I mean, it's probably sad to say that nothing's changed. It is in that sense tragic. I do believe.
Sorry, I told this later. He said nothing has changed, and like that. So he was like, I told you.
No, which is, yeah, I guess so. Which is not to take away from, I think, the incremental changes that have happened in the jail through some of the
social workers also and people.
Social workers,
schemes.
the people like Sunil Gupta, not just him. Many other people have tried to do, whether it's changes to the legal system, whether it's changes to the well-being of prisoners, whether it's changes to reform. Yes, but in an overall thing, when you sort of like look at it in a sense that it is pretty tragic that it hasn't changed. And Mr. Gupta is actually sort of saying this. He's saying a lot of the stories in jail, sort of like over the years, because the prisoners, it's the power structures within the prison have always been the power structures, whether it's 50 years ago, whether it's right now. It's always like when the most powerful people come in, like Charles Sobhraj or whatever, they tend to create a power structure that everybody then starts to work towards, and that hasn't changed at all, unfortunately. So that's why
Sure.
The more you change.
That
the
is
more
why
you
the
listen.
Black Warrant.
Power of stories.
But Sidhant, you want to add something to it, and then I'll quickly
Yeah,
move on to the rest.
someone has said that all that needs to be said has been said, but no one was listening. So you have to. We have to-
Well put.
yeah.
I think that's where stories are made.
That's why we tell stories.
Sidhant, you are reuniting with your mentor.
Yes.
You know, if you don't mind, I can call Jubilee or Breakout Show because it was, you were
Obviously.
terrific in it. You're reuniting with your mentor, so I want you to know things that people don't know about Vikramaditya that has changed or has not changed. Okay, that. And the second thing is, how do you try to do your own version of Charles Sobhraj, because it has been done in many films. And how do you call it authentic version? And how do you encapsulate that charm?
I'm so confused.
Sorry, I'm not a fan of serial killers. I'm just saying he was a charming person. I have to put all that there, na? They might say she loves serial killers or something. You never know.
I think first question first about
Yes,
him.
please.
I don't think anything has changed. Even when I didn't know him, you know through the films what kind of a maker he is, and you experience it firsthand, thankfully. And we've shot together for Jubilee for so long.
Of course.
And so, you know, it was like homecoming for me. And when I was coming to this set, I knew everything will fall in the right place when he's making something. He leads with clarity and he gives you that atmosphere where you can just come and be free as an actor. So that happened, and that I knew. And I knew it'll be presented well, it'll be a sexy show. You know what I mean? The way he shoots, the way he works, the palettes that he uses, and all of that.
Just
And
shout out to the cinematography.
Yeah.
Shout out.
oh, sure,
Yeah.
he's just so
Superb.
good. Yeah, he's so good. So I mean, it's the people he chooses. I don't know how he does it. He's got the eye.
Now, Mr. Sobhraj.
Mr. Sobhraj. So you
For
just feel the reality of the person, and you have to sort of, in your own way, approach him with all the negatives and positives, and you know, you that's how you think about yourself, and that's how you think about the other person that you're approaching. And it's a lot of psychological work,
Sure.
and then physical, and then the voice, and all of that just comes together when you're just interested in a character. And I felt that pull because he called me and he saw it in me. So you know, he leads with that clarity, and that helps me get clarity. So once I got into it, I just really got into it, and everything just somehow managed to fall right. It felt right. I don't know
It did.
how
It
else
felt right
say
to
it.
us too.
Yeah, it's a game of belief, no? End of the day. Yeah.
Paramvir, I knew that you have a Punjabi background for sure.
Yes.
And now, whether you're a Sardar or not, that I didn't know. But you were so good in it that it didn't matter, right? But I also understand that it comes with a lot of sensitivity, because this subject is extremely emotional for a lot of Punjabis. Actually, it should be for all Indians, right? And it is a part of the show. Exactly that period where a particular religion or a particular community felt targeted by whatever the circumstances were. Tell me, was it difficult for you to get into it, go back in history, learn from people who were a part of it, and then do that? And because you must have done your own research.
Yeah, I did my own research, but it was not difficult for me because the things right now, if you see the things, the mudda gets garam again and again. So
Ji,
my family is in Punjab, I live in Bombay. So whenever I used to go there, people are talking about the same thing. But I never digged in. Because I am very sensitive that way. अगर कुछ वैसा हो तो लड़ाई भी हो जाती है.
हाँ बिल्कुल.
तो मैंने let's put it aside, let's not dig it in. But when this project came to me, तो मुझे था यार, now I need to go in. Now I need to know what people have felt. I already knew a little bit, but ऊपर से. And then I talked to a few people my relatives who are in Canada, who have shifted at that time. So the turmoil the Punjabis have faced because of that has to be shown, and in the right way, I think. And when I met Sir, because I did casting, I did audition for Mukesh Chhabra, then they said you have to meet Vikram first. वो तब तक लॉक नहीं था. And I met him, and he asked me some questions about that. कि ऐसे. I think then he got there कि हाँ, he is the guy, because this issue is very sensitive. ये थोड़ी सी भी it's a very thin line. It can go left or right आराम से. So and I was really grateful कि he chose me for this. So ये करना मेरे लिए मुझे ही करना था यार ये.
पर मैं आपका पैशन छलकता है is what I'd like to say. वो दिखता है मुझे, which is what I thought it must be personal for you. So congratulations, you're fantastic in it. Rahul, you are I'm very shamefully saying still a hidden gem. I don't know how people have not put you out there. You are absolutely brilliant in the show, and I hope that we see more of your work.
Thank
you are fantastic in a way because I think you've internalized it for some time. Please correct me if I'm wrong, because very.
No, you are right.
You have also very interesting to play characters like this, because morality तो वो पहले ही पता चल जाता है कि there are no morals involved here, you know, there are no scruples involved here, है ना? But what do you do with it, because you still I think want to make him look human at some point or the other.
See, I feel that there is nothing called so authentic, 100%. There is nothing called like that. Acting is something that you can always improve.
Sure.
There are moments you fail. There are moments you are out of the character. There are moments that you cry alone in a vanity van and think that, oh, I am the worst actor in this world. There are moments like that. But I feel that how they describe acting is to assume different personalities on command. But whose command? It's the director. So I perform for my director. I don't perform for the audience. I don't perform for, what will happen to it. I perform only for one person. That person who is saying action and cut. So I see into his eyes and I feel, okay, हो गया काम, ठीक ठाक कर लिया मैंने. क्योंकि brilliant कुछ काम नहीं होता. Brilliant अभी करना है आगे बहुत ज़्यादा.
पर एक दो हो सकते हैं brilliant. हो सकते हैं यार एक दो तो.
वो मैं आप पे छोड़ता हूँ.
चलिए, humility. पर मैं मानती हूँ is brilliant. Okay, Zahan, I told this to Vikram when I met outside. I don't mind saying it again. You are the find, and you were fantastic in Faraz. You've taken this to next level. I will always, from henceforth, watch everything that you do. And really, I know that you started your journey from theatre. Also a mark of that you truly wanted to be an actor here. We all know what theatre teaches you. Number one. Number two, I went and I did research on your Instagram and stuff like that. You are so unbothered and unfazed by the world that you come from, the world that you come from. I don't see you putting out even family pictures. It's a I'm sure it's a personal call, but you're a part of that family and the Kapoor family that everybody loves and so much. But I kind of feel like you have maybe unconsciously dissociated from that world in a way. Where you don't, where you are completely focused on the art, and which is why I feel you can perform this way. Is my observation right, or you can just say it's hogwash, whatever?
First of all, thank you so much.
Of course.
I mean, for being such a strong supporter
100%.
and for all the appreciation that you shared.
Of course, Jan.
Thank you so much. I'm not sure if it's a conscious thing. I can tell you that I would give this credit to my parents in the fact that how they've brought me up, and they have not overburdened me in a sense with any of that kind of the trappings, so to speak. They've encouraged me to stand on my own feet, to make my own decisions, and it's because of them largely that I've felt like I had the ability to choose my own path. I'm also very grateful that, of course, like you said, it's like I've been around and been in environments that have been very nurturing. So, nurturing in terms of its art and culture and the discussions, and just tremendous amount of passion around me when it comes to these things. And I am not conscious about positioning myself in any real way.
Sure.
If anything, the struggle is to try and just be more and more honest and authentic as far as possible. So even with the work, is that I've been really fortunate so far. The plays I've done, as well as the work for camera that I've done, I've been very lucky to be surrounded by people who are also driven with that honesty.
Sure.
Hansal sir with Faraz, Vikram sir and Satyanshu sir with this film. I mean, this story has been driven by the most authentic and honest source, which is the real Sunil Gupta ji. I mean, it really translates, and I think the honesty of your intention really is creating the impact. So I'm just really lucky and grateful that it's happening slowly, but it's happening in a way that's pure. So yeah.
I know you're not looking for any kind of validation, but I'm saying that it does help that we cannot dissociate from the fact completely that you have people like Ranbir, Kareena, Alia in the family now in vicinity, right? And they have come out and said that this series. Now, I'm not saying you're looking for that validation, but it must feel nice that people who are in the family can be honest also, and are actors who are like that.
Oh yeah.
Recognize what you've done.
Well, it feels great to see them also. I feel very proud
Because
to
he
share.
was at the screening.
So I feel very proud to share work. It's hard work. I mean, like everyone, like Vikram also says, is that when you're around people who just really want to work hard and do their job, I feel very proud to be able to share my hard work with the family. I have tremendous respect for them. Alia is an incredible actress. Ranbir is an incredible actor. Kareena, Karisma, they're all, and they're superstars in their own right.
Yeah.
They have incredible careers to back it up. Their choices, the associations they've built. So I'm very proud that I'm also starting to be able to share my side of it with them.
Yeah.
People who I respect and look up to. And the world at large, like just to the idea to be able to share, it's really, that's what it's about.
Anurag, I'm coming next to you, but I have to ask about Sunil. Very interesting again what you try to do also with the character yourself, because most of the times he is emoting through his eyes and little bit of that hand and a little bit of the body movement. There is such intensity in that, and along with that, it's not like he's also fighting with his own morals because of the world that he's living in. Could you relate to all of this, or did you try to create a world in your head that made it even easier to become that?
Thank you for recognizing all of these little things, because but I think that's a victory of, it's the invisible, it's the stuff beneath the iceberg. And like what you said is, it is the immersiveness of the world. It is the detail and attention paid by the production designer, the costume designer. It is the moments that are scripted in. It is the editor that is choosing those moments to create emphasis. It is the sound design that comes and goes, whether it enhances or then removes it and then creates a emptiness that the audience can enter in. It's all of these people really funneling that energy and putting it out there, and then you're being able to receive it, and then of course the actor's energy also is there. So it's the tuning of all of that empowers the story. And to find such well-tuned people, it's like a concert and you have a conductor and and you decide of how you kind of bring this section up, bring that down, and you play with it, and it's, I mean, it's incredible to be in concert with all of these distinguished people.
Very well put. Very well put. Anurag, I have a problem with accents. कि मुझे ना अगर कोई सही accent नहीं करता, मुझे लगता है, Anurag knows about it, I had mentioned it, I get very irritated. I'm like, well, कितना fake है. You are going to be the standard of how you encapsulate a particular region completely with the way you did it. That मतलब अभी मुझे लग रहा है आप वैसे ही बात करोगे. It was that good. बनना तो चाहता है कि एक थोड़ा बहुत irresponsible है, थोड़ा बहुत बागी भी है, और अपना the rage is what he comes from. But inside all that masculinity, थोड़ा बहुत उसका दिल भी है, which I think you brought out. Because he is toxic male ideals, वो वाला है वो. How do you bring this all out? And जब आप पढ़े थे, क्या आप भी इस तरह की चीज सोच रहे थे कि यार वो तो दिखाना है, मुझे पता है मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ, पर थोड़ा दिखाना है कि इसमें दिल तो है.
हाँ बिल्कुल. पहले तो एक्सेंट को लेके
जी
मुझे अभी लगता है मैंने उतना अच्छा नहीं किया, टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट, और बहुत अच्छा
यहाँ पे मतलब ह्यूमिलिटी का जो चल रहा है
बिल्कुल
हम डरे हुए थे सब.
क्लियर थिंकिंग है. इट्स वेरी, मुझे 5 दिन मिले थे.
Really?
I'm from Bihar. मैं बिहार से. 5 or 6 days. 7th 8th.
And when you talk about authentic casting, people from Bihar can also make you feel they are from Haryana. So this is an example. By the way.
Not all.
Some.
और ये मेरा हमेशा रहा है कि मैं क्यों नहीं कर सकता हरियाणवी कैरेक्टर, मैं क्यों नहीं कर सकता बंगाली कैरेक्टर, राजस्थानी कैरेक्टर. बिल्कुल मैं बिल्कुल कर सकता हूँ, और मौका मिलेगा तो बहुत अच्छे एक्टर्स हैं जो कर सकते हैं. तो एक तो वो था. मेरे दोस्त ने बहुत हेल्प की, संजीव यादव मेरा रूममेट फ्रेंड थिएटर से, तो भाई वो मेरे चक्कर में उसने बोलना शुरू किया, उसने अपनी स्पीच ठीक की थी, उसने बात की मेरे लिए, मैं सुनता था, बात करता था, तो उससे थोड़ा बहुत हुआ. बट अगेन मुझे था कि मुझे स्टाइल नहीं मारना है हरियाणवी में, जो बहुत ईजी होता है स्टाइल मार दो. तो वन वाज दैट अगेन, मतलब हेवी एक्सेंट वाला, थोड़ा एक्सेंट वाला. एंड विक्रम सर हैड टोल्ड मी कि ये हिंदी शो है भाई, तो आप हल्का टच रखो बस. मेरी जिद थी कि मुझे ज्यादा वर्ड्स डालने हैं. सतांशु सर ने बोला कि कर लो.
पर वो मजा आया, मजा आया, पता नहीं आया.
रिगार्डिंग दैट मैस्कुलिनिटी वाली बात,
जी,
हाँ
जी।
वो मुझे लगा वो लिखा तो हुआ है ही, मुझे उसको प्ले करने की जरूरत क्या
जी।
है, वो तो लिख दिया है राइटर ने, मुझे कुछ करने की जरूरत
वो
है
दिख
नहीं।
जाएगा।
हाँ वो दिख जाएगा। मुश्किल काम ये है कि मैं दिल कहाँ से लाऊं, क्योंकि वो सीन्स कम है
जी, बहुत कम है।
बहुत कम है। तो उसमें फिर मेरी बात हुई अंबिका मैम से सबसे पहले, एंड आई हैड टू फाइट फॉर इट थोड़ा सा कि मैम मैं ये चाहता हूँ एपिसोड 4 में रखना, बिकॉज वो मेरे लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। एंड शी वाज लाइक कि नहीं बट दहिया तो ये है जो
दिल
बहुत
तो
सही
तुमने
है।
2-2 बार दिए हैं।
वही सबसे ज्यादा वैसे अब उसे दिल कहेगा मतलब सॉरी आई नीड टू हैव मोर फिल्टर्स आई एम ट्राइंग।
इट्स परफेक्टली फाइन। आई थिंक वो मैंने कोशिश की और वो रखा गया, एंड आई डोंट नो कुछ रिलेशन मांगट से बन गया, बड़ा प्यारा यार। मतलब वो मैंने पढ़ते समय उतना फील नहीं हुआ था, बट अपने दोस्त से बात की, मैंने कहा हरियाणा पंजाब वाले कैसे होते हैं, मतलब बहुत ऐसे होते हैं यार, यार होते हैं। तो वो फर्स्ट डे से बन गया और कभी नहीं लगा कि हम पहली बार मिलके काम कर रहे हैं।
सही में
ये कभी लगा ही नहीं। परम तो सुपर्ब है भाई, बहुत सुंदर है, मुझे सुपर्ब।
ब्यूटीफुल ब्यूटीफुल। तो इंस्पायर आपको रूममेट ने किया जहान आपको अब्यूजिव लैंग्वेज सीखने में, वो दिल से वो
बाथरूम में प्रैक्टिस की मैंने बोल के भाई।
है?
मैं बोलता नहीं हूं तो मेरे आई एम नॉट यूज्ड टू दैट लैंग्वेज। आई हैड टू लाइक शाउट इट इन द व्हाइल शावरिंग। आई वाज लाइक
And then you were teaching him how to abuse on screen.
exactly.
You are good with abusing now? Is that now a natural? Any character that you want that you're like certificate?
मैं I don't know, I mean I guess so, I mean
He's like मैं क्या बोलूँ अपने talents के बारे में?
नहीं टैलेंट के बारे में
real abuser, right?
नहीं, मतलब मैं करता हूँ।
Only Anurag. Okay. Sorry. Thank you for having too much fun, but as you know, okay. बहुत आसान है, आप लोग सब फिल्में देखते हैं, रिसर्च तो करते ही है, देखते भी है फिल्में, you all love films.
Yes.
But I'm just going to give you a one-liner description. It will not, वो ऐसे लगेगा कि वो फिल्म है भी कि नहीं है.
Okay.
किसी का वर्जन है वो कि वो फिल्म को इस तरह से देखते हैं, आपको बताना है कौन सी फिल्म है. You can just put your hand up and say
Oh my
you
God.
guess the film. बहुत
मैं
easy.
क्विज में बहुत मैं dyslexic हूँ। मैं fail
Don't make it like a. I mean, I would love you to compete.
हाँ
I have a feeling like you. I have also a feeling. Okay. We call the guess the Bollywood film by the descriptions, and the descriptions are a little wacky, if I can say so. Okay, here you go. A woman dies and burdens her pre-teen daughter by instructing her to reunite her father with his former lover. You want I'll do it? Huh?
कुछ होता है।
इजी है। तो वुमन डाइज पे मैं पहुंच गया था।
हाँ वही and burden
Just in case you want credit for this, you have to put your hand up first without saying it.
sorry
ठीक है, but I'll give it to Zahan because I heard he said the first. Okay. A college graduate, unsure of what he wants to do in life, eventually figures it out after being babysat by a woman.
Any Ranbir Kapoor film.
Very close. Very close.
Wake up.
But I think you have to share it with Vikram.
Right.
It is true. It is true. Okay, come. Very easy.
That's funny.
An aimless, jobless, irresponsible man-child.
Man.
Man-child who joins the army and matures into a battlefield hero.
लक्ष्य यार।
हाँ भाई।
आपने एक्टर का नाम बोला?
अरे नहीं, come on.
दोनों.
तेरा।
Okay. And everybody is one, so I don't know who is it. I think Satyanshu is holding back. You want them to win. I think he's telling इनको जीतने
He's too much into the right.
Listen, all of you are 1-1. Now please pick up your hand now and answer this. I need one winner. Okay. A man reincarnates and decides to avenge his death as well as that of his lover with the help of his dead lover's look-alike.
बोलो ना।
यानी दुश्मन, don't tell me.
Oh boy, ओम शांति ओम।
Correct.
यानी दुश्मन का।
Okay, this is the last one. Last one. A dying man insists on getting a family portrait and chaos ensures when the family gathers.
Kapoor Hassan.
Absolutely.
Best.
Well done. Good job. Yeah? Some answers will yes, some answers. But Jahan has 2. If you want, do you want one more?
You want hamper?
Arushi doesn't want it anymore.
So then, Jahan, you won this. You all have won this.
Of course.
For me, the winner is actually Vikram, who's absolutely given the one-liner off his stage. But thank
Funniest.
Thank you.
100%, 100%. Thank you so much.
Pleasure
It
is
was
having.
such a fantastic show to watch, and it is equally exciting for me to doing this interview with all of you and knowing more. Thank you once again. I hope you all had fun as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.